Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Pub Crawlers. I'm Matthew.
I'm Kevin, and look at this. John's
What's
back.
up, dudes?
Look what the cat
John
drug
is back.
You know, when I come, it means party because we're making some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And today, this day, I've
What you
got Rex Regum.
Who?
Can you say that? Rex Regum?
Rex.
Rex
Regum.
Ragum.
Ragum. Okay, anyway.
Rex Regum.
Rex Regum. Rex Regum is Latin for King of Kings. So this cocktail is the King of Kings, right? And so what we're mixing with is a Drambuie, which is a Scotch liqueur with a little bit of orange in there, kind of similar to a triple sec. It's you could drink it by itself. Triple Crown, very similar to a Crown Royal. It's a whiskey, but man, if we're doing Rex Regum, I want 3 crowns, not 1. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So, and then last but not least, this is just Grenadine. Today we've got Taste of Florida Grenadine.
Okay.
You could use any Grenadine you want.
Cherry
but we're
syrup,
doing,
right?
It's basically cherry syrup. Yep. And then lastly, lemon is
Uh-oh.
always a fun thing to have. So, as you'll notice, man, you see that frost on my glass? I already frosted my mixer, which you'll want to do at the house. And guys, like everything we do here, I try to bring just something that people have around the house. You might not have Grenadine, but that's easy to pick up. Everybody has lemon juice. Everyone's got a standard whiskey.
Right.
This is it's not a Canadian whiskey, but Crown Royal is. This one, I believe, is obviously in the States. But anyway,
Well, the Triple Crown, I mean, I'm quite sure it has something to do
It's-
with the horse races.
it is the official whiskey of the Triple Crown horse race. So
I'm quite sure they wouldn't
right
have
there in
that written
Kentucky.
on there, so-
Yeah. And then Drambuie, a staple in everyone's liquor cabinet. So you always want to have that. So
Fun to say.
to start, I'm gonna put these back over here. Unlike others, we don't want to put ice in there. You're gonna leave it uniced.
Okay.
After you get your shaker, frost it down. I've got another shaker here just full of ice. Pour that ice back in there. You're gonna mix it with the ice. And then a jigger. Everybody's got a jigger. Today we're gonna use the small side of the jigger, right? So you got 2 ounces, 1 ounce. First thing we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna do a full ounce of whiskey
I have a feeling this is going to be very
and
good.
3/4. So you just bring it up to about 3/4. Like every good recipe, including alcohol, eyeball it.
Okay, so
You think could have went 2, you know?
I don't know, but so this portion is for not just 1 serving; it's for all 3 of our servings.
What we're doing right now is a 1 serving drink.
Okay.
But I'm gonna pour it in 3 glasses just for us to get a taste.
Sure.
But
Nice.
what we're definitely making is a 1 portion drink.
Okay.
So you're gonna do half a jigger or a half an ounce of Drambuie. That's a little more like 3/4, but we're gonna roll with
Hey,
it.
we're
That's
feeling it. We're feeling it.
And then last but not least, thanks. Last but not least, we're gonna just a splash, really. Oop, brand new bottle, guys. Just a splash of grenadine and a splash of lemon. It's really just a taste. The recipe really calls for 1/4, but again, it is just to the taste. So if you don't have a jigger, you could just eyeball it.
I smell it from here. It
Yeah,
smells good.
He's making me anxious over here.
And then last but not least, a couple splashes of lemon, just to 1/4. All right, I know it's hard to see if you're on the other side of that camera there, but I filled it up just a little bit in there, about 1/4 full. After that, you stick this on there. Now, it says to shake 40 shakes. I ain't gonna
40
sit here
shakes.
for 40
You're gonna
shakes.
sit here for a minute and a half doing 40 shakes.
How far do you think I am right now?
15.
That's gonna be good enough.
I think you're far enough to drink.
So after that, you strain it without the ice into the glass. And again, this is
Wow,
to
look at
make.
that color.
So Rex Regum, right? King of Kings, the royal color of red. And this is just a taste for us, but this will make a full drink.
All right. smells
You
good.
can definitely smell the cherry and the lemon.
But
This is-
also, I smell the whiskey as well, the Triple
can?
Crown.
I got some licorice going on in my glass.
Yeah, some licorice.
It's similar. The drink is going to be similar to a whiskey sour, right? So you're going to
Okay.
say, well, am I going to like this? You're probably wondering, do I like cherry? Do I like lemon? Do I like whiskey? This is a very similar drink to a whiskey sour, but it's without the sour mix, you do more of a grenadine. So it's just a little variation, but it'll probably have a very similar taste profile, a little sweeter with a little
Okay.
more cherry. So go ahead. You
It's
definitely
very
taste
good.
the fruitiness. It's nice. It's crisp. It's clean.
is. But-
It's easy to drink.
But you know, it's not too sweet.
Not extremely sweet. It's not. It's
good.
When you go to the cocktail category, it's not like an old fashioned or
Right.
anything like that. It's a little sweeter than a whiskey sour, and that's from the Grenadine. But you definitely get the sourness of the lemon, and you pick up a little bit of the bitterness or the sweetness of the Drambuie, I should say.
Man, I can see this sipping on a nice cold afternoon in the fall.
Watch some football.
Yeah, I think football would work.
So
Yeah.
if you take all of our glasses, it will probably equal about 2 fingers or 2.5 fingers full. You can pour it on ice. The ice. Whoa!
I bet you can't do that again.
Not if I tried.
He's making a mess up here.
The ice obviously melts down into it, so you have a little bit of melted ice in that
Right.
glass with you already.
So the recipe calls for 40 shakes, and we stopped it just for our own benefit.
Obviously, combustibility.
But I bet if you continued shaking, it would
It would continue
create,
to melt the ice down
create
into
more
it,
liquid.
which is why it's super, super, super important. In fact, you can feel this. You can feel the
You
ice
can look
sheen
at it.
coming off of it. Super important to chill your shaker before
Mm-hmm.
you do it, because that's going to really make the shaker already cold. Rather, if you were to put ice in a hot shaker, it's going to melt the ice even more.
Right, makes sense.
And you really don't want it watered down. You really don't. That's why you don't have ice in there. But you want a nice cold drink.
This is beautiful.
If you got a whiskey cube or those stones, you
Right.
could put the stones in there just to keep the drink colder
and
longer.
just sip on it.
Yeah, and like any recipe, just double it up. If you want to make more, you could do probably 3.5 ounces of whiskey, and then come back and do a whole ounce of Drambuie, or an ounce and a fourth, and then you could do probably about 2 ounces of Grenadine and 2 ounces of lemon, and that'll give you, you could fit multiple
Right.
drinks in a
Right.
shaker,
Right.
and that'll give you about two drinks right there. So if you're at the house with the husband or the wife, or just a buddy,
Friends over.
and you want to make 2 of them, that's an easy, quick way to make 2 of them.
Nice.
Very, very cool.
I know we've done a couple of punch drinks. This is definitely not a punch drink.
No.
This is a single serve specialty, but something to impress your fans. A lot of people always, okay, I want whiskey. Well, what do you want? I either want it on the rocks or put Crown and Coke is what you always hear.
soda.
I want
Right.
whiskey and soda. And that's all great and it's wonderful, but sometimes you want to change it up. And if you were to whip this out at a party or a friend's house and say, dude, if you got these 4 simple ingredients, I can make you a way cooler drink. Just something different.
Right.
Something different.
It is, it is very different, but at the same time, the more I drink it, the more I really enjoy it. It is, like I said, you can smell that whiskey, and people are kind of intimidated by whiskey, but you really can't taste that much of it because the Drambuie has that great citrus inside of it.
Yep, the Drambuie's got a little bit of orange
And then
in
with
it.
the Grenadine, the cherry, these flavors really blend together. So it really is a refreshing drink.
And you could always get more creative with it, right? You could always zest a lemon.
Okay.
Or you could,
An
because
orange peel,
because
or-
of the Drambuie, you could do a little orange peel.
Okay.
You could get really crazy, put 2 cherries inside, and then garnish the rim with an orange peel. So that way, on your front end taste, you get that orange zest,
Nice.
and then you have the cherry inside as well. I always like fruit in my cocktails because you always get to bite in at the end.
So you got the alcohol.
You get a
Full of-
solid
yeah.
alcohol piece of fruit.
Absolutely. Well, John, I mean, look, you always bring great creations to us, and
try.
this is another one.
Hey, Rex Regum, and if you can't say
Rex
that,
Regum.
King of Kings, guys. King of
King of
Kings.
Kings.
We're
That'll
going to
work.
drink the King's drink.
cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
You guys need to check this out. Well, look, please, you have these ingredients. Don't be afraid to make it. It's very easy, as John just explained to you. But I'm going to finish the rest of this and enjoy it. But, check back next time with us. And as always, we've been Pub Crawlers.
Keep crawling with us.
Cheers. Dude, this really is good.
You like
It
that?
is good.
Yeah.
That's a really good drink.